Hi everybody, this is Father Warner D'Souza. We're looking at the text today at Luke chapter 6 verses 39 to 42. Jesus has gathered a reconstituted Israel in the appointment of the 12. Today's pericope forms part of Luke's Sermon on the Plain, chapters 6 verses 17 to 49, and is a reinforcement of the parabolic messages of verses 20 to 38, where one is exhorted to love one's enemies and not be quick in judging others. This is the code by which the reconstituted Israel is to live its calling. The text is an invitation to a personal examination of our lives. Jesus is exhorting one to remove the plank from one's eye, rather than be focused on the splinter in another's. In no way are the words of Jesus to be misconstrued as a denial of failings in the life of others. Everyone has their failings. But what is essential is to be able to identify my own blind spot first. When I become aware of my inadequacies, I become gentler with dealing with others and think the best of others rather than the worst. Such an attitude helps me to hold off criticism till I have cleaned my own slate. In short, Jesus is challenging the way we evaluate people and the yardsticks we use. For the apostles and the disciples of Jesus, self-examination was to be an important part in their role as leaders. One can't lead others if one is lost themselves, and if they attempt to do so, they will both fall in a pit. So verse 39 is not a text meant to be read in reference to false leaders in Luke's community, but rather Luke wants to reiterate that the disciples are blind as long as they do not open their eyes to the teachings of Jesus. Hence, the disciple is called to discernment. Discernment is when contemplation and action meet. I have thought things through and acted responsibly in conformity with the teachings of Jesus. God wants to protect our heart, and discernment is the gift He offers us. It is impossible for anyone not to form an opinion, but that is not tantamount to judging. However, when I allow my opinion to be acted upon, when I add a consequence to the opinion, then I judge someone else. The domino effect is bound to take place. Once I judge another, I would feel compelled to pass sentence in condemnation of the other. When we judge another, we open ourselves to the danger of dehumanizing another. Consider this as I speak. People make mistakes. People make mistakes often. People make mistakes daily. People purposely make mistakes they regret later. You and I are one of those people made mention of in the last statement. The fact is that we all make mistakes, and that's why pencils have erasers. Jesus wants us to be more humane towards others. The consideration of the possibility of the log in our eye is not meant to be a comparison of our faults with another's as much as it is a call to act urgently in removing the plank in my own eye. The words of St. Paul's letter to the Philippians, chapter 2, verses 1 to 11, is a great reflection on Jesus as a perfect example of humility in such matters. St. Paul exhorts his community to do nothing from selfish ambitions or conceit, but in humility to regard others as better than yourself. Jesus Christ did not judge, He simply taught. I thank you for being part of these daily reflections. These reflections need to really go out to the whole world. We take a lot of trouble to prepare them. And so, while we have done our little bit, I want to encourage you to do your little bit. Have you shared this message with your friends? And even more, have you subscribed to this channel? God bless you.